Go yard.
I got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new guap. Where that thing, bitches on my line, and you know they come.
Hey, what's going on, boys? It's your boy Cool Kid coming back at you with yet another Clash Royale video. Today, boys, we're showcasing a very special deck to me. A very cool deck to me. Probably using my favorite card in the entire game. That's right, it's Wizard. Like, the myth, the legend, the man himself. Who doesn't love this card, man? He's got like the lowest win rate percentage in the entire game. And that's been like that for like a couple years now. So I decided let's make a deck with him and use him. And I came up with this monstrosity of a deck. We got the NATO pairs well with the Wizard. We got the Cannon and Log. And then we got the Knight. We got the Giant, Guards, Hog. So it's a Giant Hog deck. I've always wanted to like kind of use a double win condition deck like this, with like Hog and like Royal Giant or Giant, but I never really was able to do so because I never knew how to make a deck like that. But with this deck, I guess I did it because it worked very well for me. Got me 12 wins in this classic challenge. Don't bother about this loss. We're not gonna talk about it. He wasn't that great, but yeah, he clapped me. Yeah, we're just gonna be going over some replays here. I don't want to show 2 bait decks in a row. We'll show you this one because I actually kind of hard countered him, and you know everyone wants to know how to beat a hard counter because it's actually pretty tough math. But yeah, we're going up against this guy, Detroit v everyone. We're going with a Hog first play. He goes Mini P.E.K.K.A. And in this deck, it's always like really important to know your opponent's like tank killers and buildings and when they're in and out of cycle, especially because you have Giant and Hog. So like if you can bait out their like tank killer and their building when you use their Giant or your Hog, you're just going with the other win condition, and it works out pretty well. Here I go Knight in the back, Wizard behind, and he goes Phoenix and he goes Pigs. So I go with a Cannon right in the middle, hoping that Wizard will switch lanes and target the Pigs. He does, but he doesn't. He just shoots at nothing instead. But now he's coming up on the lane and he places a Monk right on that bad boy. So I place some guards down, take him out. He logs, and interestingly enough, he doesn't go to pop the ability for like the free damage. He just lets his Monk die. And maybe it's because I'm up like 1 elixir already. I'm not sure if you knew that, but I go in with Hog again. We'll force out his Mini P.E.K.K.A. But he plays it too late, so my Hog does get a shot on the tower. And here I absolutely fumble a Knight. We'll say I was lagging, so I had to NATO that bad boy away. And he goes with Phoenix here, trying to take out my Knight pretty easily. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to place my Wizard, but I'm going to place it in the middle and kind of low so I can take out the Phoenix. And if he decides to go in with Hogs, I got Cannon. Wizard can snipe all of them. Easy day, easy collapse. Just like that. That push just got, like, freaking fireband out of there. Yes. Yes, math. We go with the Giant in front of this Wizard. And I know he doesn't have Mini P.E.K.K.A. in cycle yet, so that's why I went for the Hog on the left as well. But unfortunately, he does have E-Wiz, which stops my Hog to only getting, I think, 1 shot it was. And here I go with Knight on the E-Wiz, just because I know I can go guards on this Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Monk. He goes with Phoenix on the left. I go with Wizard in the middle, should absolutely clean all of this up. And I think you guys can see how this match is just such a hard counter. Like, that Wizard be going ham, and like, yeah, I'm just getting mad damage from doing absolutely nothing. Go with the Hog, Knight on the right, Giant, Wizard on the left, and he just goes with Monk on top of my Hog and my Knight. But my Hog gets some gnarly swings on tower and mocks his tower down to under 900 HP. We go with guards behind our Princess Tower to take out this Monk, and then we go Cannon, Wizard for these little piggies. And I do place Knight because I wasn't sure if that mini peck was getting pulled, but it was not necessary. But you know what? It's alright. We're kind of clapping him no matter what. We have decent push going on in his left lane now because I played that Knight. And I have to go log cannon for all these pigs. That was really well played pigs at the end there. But I NATO, don't take much damage, and take out his left tower with my massive push. So Detroit goes down. I will take that dub any day. Yeah, I played a lot of log bait in this thing. I think I'm gonna show this one. This game over here was pretty interesting, I think. I don't know, I played these games like last night, so I don't remember them completely. But here we are going up against Justin DeKeyser from Black Market. He ain't no Justin Bieber, he's a Justin DeKeyser. Beautiful. You go with the hog, he goes with the cannon. Kind of takes that out with ease. Down 1 elixir for me. He goes with hog, I go with wizard in the back. Perfect timing hog for him. I go with cannon. And unfortunately I go log here, even though it was not needed. I thought it was because he used earthquake, but I guess the earthquake was a bit too late. And with this wizard I'm thinking, you know what, I can pair it with the tornado if he gives me some value. But he places a giant skeleton, so it's not worth it. So I just let the wizard die. And I'm just going to counter this giant skeleton up nicely with a knight. And here we're even on elixir, and yeah, it was pretty decent. I go with hog because he doesn't have cannon in cycle, so he has to go queen, and then he goes cannon. And I know his deck. I know it's Ian 77's deck, so I know he doesn't have any more tank killers to take out my giant. But he goes with skeletons on it, fire spear. I go with garbage on the queen, log back his skeletons. I know my giant will get more damage than his queen will get, so I'm fine with that. And then he places a cannon, and I'm like, oh boy, you overcommitted hard there, boy. Not really, because we're only up 1 elixir, but the fact that he used cannon there and his queen just died means I can probably go in for like a hog real soon. I'm just worried he's gonna go with hog first. That's why I'm saving onto it. But then I hit like 10 elixir, so I went in, and he goes in at the same time, and we take out his hog with the tornado, and our hog just goes ham on his tower. And that's all it really was me just pulling out the counters to the hog and to the giant in just a couple pushes. And we'll just ×4 this one. The rest of the game is pretty simple. I don't think I choked at all. We go with a high cannon, try to snipe the queen. Wizard does a good job. Goes for the cannon, boom, boom, boom. Giant on tower, easy dubs, take the tower out. Hog down, everything down. Game 1, easy collapse. Alright, and I think next, should we check E-Giant? Everyone hates facing E-Giant. We'll play, we'll show a game against E-Giant. We're going up against Vardy's Party. And it's from New Zealand Royale, I believe it is. But yeah, here I go, hog first play. He's got cannon and he has tornado, so that's gonna be kind of annoying because he will have like cannon for my giant, NATO for my hog. But let's just see how this match goes. He goes golden knight in the back. I go knight in the back to counteract that. You don't need no golden in your name to counter the golden boy, you know. And here I just go with wizard. Far enough back so the golden knight hopefully doesn't charge on my tower. And he does NATO it, but unfortunately for him, didn't work out too well. I know he doesn't have cannon in cycle. He doesn't have NATO in cycle. I don't know what he's going to do for this giant, like, quarter HP wizard and knight push. But he goes bomber, bar barrel, and now it's just a giant getting a couple decent swings on the tower. Takes it down to 2009 HP. This little push here was getting a little scary for me. So I went guards, I went log, and then lo and behold, he goes E-Giant left lane. I go with cannon, and my cannon actually full counters this bad boy completely up, while my knight and my guard get like an extra like, what, 1400 damage. So like, I will take that trade any day of the week. This wizard deck too OP, man. Phoenix dies, tower kills the egg. He golden knight jet dashes. Only real good counter I had was giant, so that's why I went with it. And he's just gonna be able to cannon for that and take that bad boy out. But I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, his bomber almost died there. Not the end of the world that he didn't though, because my tower can probably take those out before any of them even take a shot. And there we go. That's exactly what happened. I go with Hog here, knowing I was up elixir. I knew he had tornado, so I guess I just kind of forced it out for his offense. Um, Kind of a dumb hog by me, but like tower's basically already dead, so it doesn't matter too much. I go with Knight Wizard here, and he gets the juiciest lightning probably of his life. And so I go with Giant in the right lane, trying to stop him from going in on the left. And he goes Cannon, Bomber, Bar Barrel. So he used a decent amount of elixir for that, so I'm not complaining. I get a log on his tower and on his bomber as well. And then he goes E-Giant. So I just go with Knight, tank the Phoenix, Wizard. Tried to take out the bomber with it, didn't really work, so I NATO'd it. And then I took out the egg, and he did NATO, but Giant still goes down with ease. And here I'm kind of like tripping out because I don't have a big spell, and he's got 600 HP, so I just go Hog, I go Giant, and I just try to take the tower down because I don't want to wait any longer. I just want to win this game. Giant kind of takes 2 shots on the tower after he NATO'd the Hog into the King Tower, and we will take that W all day long. Alright, and I'm just going to show one more game, and it's actually going to be the last game because this was actually a really close game. It was really scary. He was playing Expo, and I'm playing Giant Hog, so it was kind of a bit scary because he's got Expo, Expo scare. And he also had Mini P.E.K.K.A. He had Queen to take my boys down. He had a lot of cycle cards, and then he had pumps. So, yeah, Buddy does get a lot of pumps down in this matchup. I'm just going to tell you that because I don't have a big spell. I go with Knight in the back. He goes Skeletons, Queen in the back. I go with Hog on the left. If you look at his hand, he didn't have great counters. He had to play 2 Spirits, and then he also had to play the Mini P.E.K.K.A. But I go Wizard on the right, and it doesn't take out his Queen too nicely, so that was kind of unfortunate. I had to waste too much elixir here, and he knew it, so he went with Pump. It was really unfortunate by me. He basically got a free Pump, which is going to really hurt me in the end. And here we're at even elixir now already, even though he did place a Pump, which is bad. He goes with a Fire Spirit, and I go with the Knight just to make sure it doesn't touch my tower because I don't want any chip on my tower. I didn't really know what I was facing at this point. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. definitely threw me off, and the spell cycle or the cycle cards, so like the Skeletons, E-Spirit, and Fire Spirit, that was really weird to me. Never really see that in a deck together. I should have kind of guessed it's Expo, but I didn't. But he goes down for another Pump. I went with Wizard for Mini P.E.K.K.A. to throw a Giant right in front of that bad boy. He goes with Queen, E-Spirit. I go with NATO, get that Queen lined up with the tower, get a nice Wizard shot, kills the Queen, takes out the tower, or not takes it out, but hits it. And then last second he goes Mini P.E.K.K.A. Skeletons, and I still have to counter this, and he is up 5 elixir with a 1 pump. I really suck at keeping my elixir solid down here. I was trying to count it. I've been working on counting my elixir, but with all the pumps he has, it was impossible for me to count it. He goes to Skeletons, counted that Hog a little late, so his tower's down to 997, but you gotta remember, we don't have a big spell. So, A, we can't take out these pumps, and B, we can't take down his tower, so that kinda hurts. Then he goes Expo in the middle, I'm like, oh, dude, it's Pumpo. Okay, let's try not to die, because he already has like 3 pumps down, now he's 2, but he's cycling like a madman. Has Queen down as well, so he gets another pump down, and now he's got like 3 pumps down. Most of them were like above half health, and he goes Queen ability here, takes out my guards. Pretty well takes out my Giant with the Queen and the Expo, and then he just got Mini P.E.K.K.A. just to support. So I go with Wizard, try to take everything out, but he goes with another Expo. So I just go with Hog, trying to take it out, and he goes with the 4th pump on the board. So I log the Expo and the pump. Wizard does get a shot on the tower, so that was sick. And he goes Expo at the bridge. That was scary, man. I didn't know what to do here because I was down so much elixir, so many pumps and stuff. He goes with the mini P.E.K.K.A Archer Queen and all that crazy stuff. I go with a log trying to take out this Expo, and it does get a few shots on my tower. Queen's at the bridge, and I was down so much elixir. I think I was down like 6 elixir there, maybe even more. So his Expo does get a fat log here. He logs back and E-spears those guards. I should go with the hog. I'm trying to do anything to take out this Expo. And if he would have gone in, oh no, he did go in with another Expo here. I'm tripping. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. And he had Queen mini P.E.K.K.A ready for my Giant as well as log. So, oh yeah, Giant did get one shot on that Expo. But still really scary position to be in. But now he doesn't have any more pumps down. So it should be a lot easier for me to counter this. Hoping he wastes more elixir than I'm playing. He goes with Queen in the middle. I'm thinking, okay, he's only got mini P.E.K.K.A for this hog, maybe Expo. So I go with guards and I go with hog. NATO the mini P.E.K.K.A away, and he goes with an Expo. My hog does get the second shot. I just use my log on the mini P.E.K.K.A though, and my wizard isn't going to tank this Expo forever. And I missed the tank with the hog rider, so I have to cycle as quick as I can, go with a NATO, go with a cannon, go with a log, and we win that bad boy by 73 HP. Not too shabby for a wizard deck, eh? He was also a decent player, so playing a decently weird deck, that honestly kind of worked out for him. But yeah, he's around my level, a little bit higher in the Legacy Best. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe I should invite him. I'll invite him. Boom. Kind of crap on him for losing to me with my wizard deck. But yeah, that was a video, and that was a cool kid. Peace out and toodaloo.
Do.